stream. Major Fry here. Every time you start to talk in this game, the neighbors get loud. Come on, hurry up. Oh, where was I? Oh, yeah. Tonight, we're going to be flying this little beauty. This is the A1. It's called an A1 Spirit. We're going to do a little bit of something interesting tonight. Something I've been trying out. A little bit different. We're going to be doing some contested bombing runs. This is Major Fry, the Mad Bomber. And we'll see how this works out tonight. No. I think we got our first target waiting on us, so without any further ado, let's get on with this. As you can see, we're fully armed and loaded. This is the Crusader ship. It's done up rather nice, almost like a luxury ship. But don't let the luxury fool you.
Crusader Industries, a journey worth
this thing packs a secret punch.
On. Launch complete. Landing gear up.
Pretty busy in the verse tonight. We'll have to wait for air traffic control to let us loose. A lot of people complain that they have to wait in line for a ship to hangar out, but I see it as a sign of that many people in the verse, and I love having this many people in. You won't get complaints from me because I have to wait a second. I'll wait my turn and then join all the other fools. Usually doesn't take long.
Shields off. Quantum travel engaged.
That's how you leave the station without getting blasted all to smithereens. Have your target picked.
On.
Do a nice speedy turn towards your target. Come off shields about the time you're ready to jump. If you time it just right, you got shields up to the point where you're ready to hit the button and go. always remember, your best bet is to jump anywhere the minute you get into the ship and you get out someplace. Regardless what you do, it throws away all pursuit. At that point, they have to jump to chase you, and they're behind a few seconds the whole way. As long as you keep moving, keep active, they cannot catch you. Not easily. One of the other things, never just jump to a spot and then sit there. Always move out of that spot. That is the spot everybody will jump to when they come to the planet. Get out of the space lane, everybody's going to hit in. If you're going to be sitting still for a minute. That's a basic course on how to do it. Now that's the beginner's course. Advanced takes into all kinds of account of people chasing, people trying to get you. There are a lot of different ways you can do the jumps so that people can't follow or know where you're going. A little bit of forethought, you can figure it out pretty easy. Most people can. I will be making a video on the safest way for entry into Pyro through the jump points, and a few videos about some tips on how to keep yourself safe in Pyro. Cool things I've learned. A lot of the things you learn by being one of the assassin people in Stanton is going to pertain to keeping safe in Pyro. Never staying in the space lanes. Always jumping to a spot and then jumping from a pirate point to somewhere else. That means making 3-point jumps to jump to your target. Canceling in the middle a couple of times. That way you can actually jump from a spot nobody could possibly be jumping from. The only way they can actually intercept you that way is to be where you should come in at. You have to know where you're going that way. And that throws up a whole lot of red flags on it, where you be at, which way you're going. Do that. If you'd like to have Major Fry's interdiction and escape course, feel free to check back in with the channel. Videos will be forthcoming. One bombing mission successful. Like 60 G's there, baby. There's the other bomb. Holy shit, that one was loud.
Shields off. Shields on.
There's 2 bombs gone. Two fish on target. Splashed. Target splashed. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Now, anybody that watched me do that might be getting ideas at this point, if they've played this game a little bit. And yes, I'd like to answer your question right now before you even ask it. I have used this on ground attack missions to take out targets on the ground My personal best is bombing half of the targets on the ground before I land and have to take the rest of them out by gunfire. FPS style. It's a perfect way to play. Oh my. It's cinematic as all get out, I can tell you that. Now, it's quite a lot of fun to do it that way. My target is right here close. It's another spot. It's Sunset Mesa this time. So we'll go again. My personal best is 3 bombing missions. It took me 8 bombs to get them all successful before I got shot down. Some of these uncontested. No air in an aircraft, no air cover. I've also flown into these where they had 3 fighter jets overhead and they covered one place. And man, it's hard to do bombing runs when you got 3 fighters on you. I think the game's set up when you start doing this where it successfully gets harder to do the bombing runs. Because I'm not certain of that. I haven't done enough of them to really check. But it's starting to look like if you do continuous bombing runs, they will start catching on to your tactics. They will start sending in air cover. They will have it some targets. You will take fire. But now, if you're going in without any risk, what fun would there be? I got to tell you, the ones where I had to go in with fighter cover coming in, trying to dodge through the laser blast to drop the payload, best ones yet so far. I totally suggest everybody go out and buy an A1 to do some of these missions. The higher level ones are just going to get even more fun and a little bit harder. I've already been on the higher level ones when they were bugged earlier. I didn't get to do them with a bomber though. You get to where you have to take 5 or 6 of these tanks out at a time on one target. That's gonna be fun with this thing. That's gonna be where this thing shines. Those did have air cover. They were pretty hard to get over without getting shot down. It makes it pretty risky. Lots of fun. I might have blew myself up that time. Nope. Nope, got it again. Sweet. That's 2, baby. That was 2. Alright, and untouched so far. Good deal, good deal. Here we go. Alright, we're set up for the next one now. We're gonna do a little target viewing on the next one. If I can keep everything straight when I flip it. So the controls go backwards when you do it, so you gotta be careful because your perspective's backwards, so you gotta remember that, otherwise you'll fall on the ground. Hope everybody's having a wonderful night. Hope everybody's getting to see something they don't get to see very often in the game. Some of the stuff I like to showcase. The game doesn't work perfect. When I was coming through this station a minute ago, I was only at about 20 FPS. Loaded pretty hard. Took a while to get in. But I think there are a lot of people that are trying the game now that the free fly event is off. A lot of people that didn't get to do the free fly because of that, I think they might have actually spent money and joined some of them. A lot of new people in that, even though the free fly isn't on. They decided they weren't going to wait, even though everybody got called off. They weren't willing to stop, so they joined. So good on them. This game needs more people that are interested in playing instead of belly aching. Really. And I got to tell you, I don't have another game I can go bomb fucking ground missions from a space fighter with right now, guys. Both those missions worked. I got paid. Missions were there, markers were there. I'm making money. I'm still in the same ship alive. It ain't kicking me back. And it might give me trouble here in a little bit at some point. You might see a hiccup or two on the stream tonight. And you will not hear me belly aching about this game much, because as far as I'm concerned, I've tried a bunch of them. Even the ones they all say are better than this. I got to say, none of them even close to comparing to this. So not trying to be a fanboy, just trying to inject a little realism into the crowd, because I got to tell you, there's some very vocal people out there right now who are trashing this game to a major degree, and they're really interested in making content for this game. I can't imagine why they would keep doing it, because they're in the midst of trying to kill it right now. And me, I hope they aren't successful, because this is my favorite game right now. I will not lie. This is it. And that's me coming from Tarkov and PUBG and a lot of other games. And I've played a little bit of everything. Flight sims to FPS. This one here has it all, guys. If you can stand to play it, if you can stand to get through the bugs, if you stand to get through the bullshit and all the belly aching that everybody else does, watch some positive people get some pointers on how to get around the problems that we do have in the game, and try it, because you're gonna have fun. If you keep an open mind, you will find a way to have some fun in this game. Not that hard to do. True. Now, if you want to be one of those people that listens to all the complaints, and all the hype, and all the nasty comments about everybody that everybody likes to leave on the internet, yeah, you might want to stay away from this game, because you're already predisposed to be looking for something that you don't like, and you're not going to like this game. You'll find plenty of reasons to hate it. Everybody can. Even the people that play this game sometimes don't like it, but that's just the way it is sometimes. The people who do play it, they tend to stick with it some. A lot of us here would really like to see the game take off and do something major. Be the next biggest thing there is. Got possibility, guys. My suggestions: watch a while, check out some content creators, see what the game's actually about, and if you're interested, join up, try it out. My suggestions: don't bother with trying to get into one of the free flies. Just go spend $40 and get into the game with the cheapest ship you can buy and try it out. In the middle of an area, middle of the time when the game's actually said to be working good. Watch content creators will tell you when it's stable. When it is, try it out. There's a chance that soon, when it gets stable, it'll remain stable and it'll be that way for perpetuity. They are working on the game rather hard right now, and they've changed the direction of the actual dev teams. They're no longer trying to make new systems. They're trying to finish the content they've got. If they make that work, we should be pretty good soon.
Shields off.
We're gonna burn back across the atmosphere, back towards the target a little bit fast. Once we get a little close, we'll come back in and take out another target. Generally, at this point, I end up with fighters coming after me when I come in, so we'll see what happens. I'd like to know it's a thing, and you can only do 2 or 3 of these before they start swarming you, covering your targets. But I could be wrong about that. That could have just been a fluke, and it just happened to me a time or two.
Shields on.
Okay, let's see how far we got now. We're halfway there. You can go a little longer.
Shields off.
Didn't go quite far enough yet. Go ahead and fly her on out. Now, I'm not planning on making a long video tonight. Wasn't planning on streaming 5-6 hours. Just wanted to do a little showcase of some of the missions that you can do in the game. And some things that people aren't doing in the game. Haven't really seen anybody do it yet. Pyro. Some people might be doing it. I just haven't caught anybody yet. Everybody's so hung up on the new missions they can do, I don't think they've actually gotten to this point. So nobody's doing the bomb missions yet. Or if they are, they're doing it in different ways. I haven't caught anybody doing fuel depot missions, fuel tank missions, with a bomber yet.
Shields on.
Alright. We're dive bombing in, baby. We're coming through one more time. I do have it set up for the rear view camera this time. We will catch a view of the bomb blast in the background. We're ways up. It'll take a second to get there. Go ahead and drive into the ground a little quicker. We are dive bombing it, right? That would infer you'd be doing it at speed somewhat. Alright. Anybody in the chat wants to chime in, they could tell me what I'm doing wrong here, if anything. I don't know. I've picked the way I think I should be doing this. I'm just kind of doing it on the fly. So far, I'm hitting about 75-80% kill ratio this way. I'm not sure. This has been the best way to come in with fighter cover too, and I've got fighter cover this time, it looks like, possibly. I see 2 targets ahead of me. If they're not on the ground, I could be in trouble this time. We will check it out and see what happens. Here we go, baby. Going in for the final approach. Alright. The hell? Did somebody just blow up my shit down there for me? Oh, that ain't gonna do. I got to... there's 3 targets taken out. Although, I think one of these guys actually blew it up for me by mistake, doing something else on the ground. Blew up as I was coming in. There's no reason for that fuel tank to have blown up unless somebody tossed a grenade in there or something. It's pretty hard to blow it up with just fucking regular gunfire. So I'm assuming that was a stray grenade on the ground where they're fighting. Yeah. Consequence of being in a busy burst. Sometimes your targets will get taken out by other people. You still get paid. I'll take it. Could be worse. Alright, we still got a few more bombs, so we might as well drop them out. I ain't going back till I'm empty. Now, if you can do these with just one bomb on each one and hit your target, then you can actually make more money, far more money than the actual bombs cost to use. So it is cost effective to use the bomber doing it this way if you're good. Me, I'm generally dropping off 2 bombs at a time. I'm just gonna try one though this time. See if I can get it done. See if I can drop one good bomb right on target. Going down at it. Here we go, baby. Going in again. Next targets. It's too close that time. I did not hit the fucking afterburners. No! No, we watched the explosion that time. We were a little low on the edge of the bombs. You can't be there with the bomb bay doors open. That's bad. Nope. 4 targets that time. Got 4 before I messed it up. Blew myself Kingdom Come. Not bad. I'll take it. We have to take a short break now. We'll have to get the bomber ready. That'll take roughly 6.5 minutes. That's okay, we'll get it called back and then we'll get suited up and ready to go. Cleaning up a chat. I don't think I want to see that. Not during stream, at least. Not what I'm actually interested in. No, they're wiping them out in here. So what happens, you cause trouble in checkmate, man. They fucking shoot your ass dead and then strip you naked. Watch out.
Welcome to the ASOS Vehicle Retrieval System. Your insurance claim has been sent.
You just gotta learn to expect it.
Goodbye.
Let's go see if we can get our hanger call. Don't let me do it this way. Everybody's got a hanger. But well, all that's called shit. I'll have to wait here for a second to get one. Let's go ahead and use one. Go ahead and get geared up, at least, nothing else. I'm gonna space suits, yes I am. I have to run down and grab some, I guess. Different space suit. What's up? Ones I got in there aren't worth having. While I'm waiting for my ship, I'll go suit up. Won't take very long. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about the game. This is hitting some pretty bad lag spikes right now for me. You can actually see it in the stream. Oh, you can. I'm watching it. This is part of what I was talking about. When a lot of people are around and it's really intensive, heavy like this on graphics and everything else, lighting and atmospheric fog and shit, cause a real lag. You don't have to have a beast of a computer to play this, but it doesn't hurt. It does not hurt at all.
Jimmy don't go to telling people he's going to flog me the next time he sees me. Thing is, I don't know a Jimmy don't. So
I actually kind of consider my PC as the lowest tier you should actually have if you're going to play this game.
yeah, yeah, I feel that.
To a certain degree. It's not. They'd say you could play it on a weaker PC, but I wouldn't suggest it actually. If you're running anything less than a AMD 3600X or better, or worse, and anything less than a 3070, you might have trouble playing this game. Real trouble playing this game. If you're at least above those specs, you can tone it down, tweak it down where you can play it at 2K. You can go to 1080p and really play it at frame rate. I like to play 2K myself. Just because it streams, it looks better on stream. I tend to just try and stay out of the stations as much as possible while I am streaming.
You going to tell his funeral?
There's certain areas that you know in the game are going to cause problems. You want to stay away from those. That way it looks a little bit better. But I like to show this stuff because this is part of the game you got to get through. The part of the problem with the stations is it's graphics and UI intensive, so a lot of people activating it. So
That's the word.
the game is really busy.
Damn
at the
excited
stations.
about that last talk.
And it can cause some pretty weird issues because of it. But as I said earlier, at times I'm getting 30 or 40 frames on the stations and then running 60 to 100 in space. At other times I'm running 15 to 25 to 30 at the stations.
Oh, you'd be
I'm
a
running
fool
60
not
in
to buy
space.
that.
It seems to be server bound somehow. There's something to do with it. It's not completely your CPU specs. It changes from server to server. That is part of the problems they're trying to alleviate in the game. I can honestly say that once they do straighten the game out completely, I have no idea why it wouldn't take off. It's gonna balloon the minute they take care of most of the major issues. And people are paying such close attention to the failure of this game. The minute they actually do get it right, it's gonna go out around the world. Basically, everybody's gonna be declaring it at the same time. You'll know. I'm not advocating for everybody to be a fanboy. What I'd like for everybody to do is to sit back, relax, hold your breath and all your ill will for a bit, and let them finish the game. It's just that simple. Let them finish the game. Quit making suggestions or complaints and trying to get them to change this or that or whatever. Just let them finish the game and see if it works. Every time they enact a change to cover what they think is going to make the community happy, well, that's more time it's going to take them to make the game playable. So the best bet at this point is for everybody to sit back, relax, hold their tongues unless they've got something good to say, and watch and see what happens. Wait and see a little bit. I know a lot of us have been waiting a long time. But I've been here for a while, and I've seen the good and the bad. I got to say, I'm back playing right now. I haven't played for a year because of the state that the game was in. But once Pyro launched, you couldn't keep me away. I can say I'm thoroughly enjoying myself this time around. Workarounds are working in most cases. You can't find a way to play the game in. When you can't find a way to play a workaround around a particular part of the game you're playing, you can find other parts of the game that do function. So, if you're willfully saying you can't find anything to do in the game, well, you're kind of just looking for what's broken. There's plenty out there to make money at. There's plenty out there to do. Me, the people like me, the other players like me. Oh, we've made millions this wipe. While everybody else is grumbling about the game, they found things the game didn't work at. Well, while they were doing that, we found things the game did work at. We made money. We've been blessed, all of us, parts of the game that do function right now. We're all willing to play around with what we can play with until they get the rest of it functioning. Other players like me. I'd like to say that, well, most people would assume I'm in the minority group, but really looking at the player count and all the people that are making money with all the people I've run into, we're the majority, you guys that are complaining. We're willing to sit back, play what we got, and eventually see the rest of the game finished. Without much complaint, actually with very little complaint. Other than a few little issues here and there where our markers don't work and stuff. Which we all have workarounds for, by the way. As I said, I will be releasing some videos to some of the workarounds when you're working in solo or in groups. There are several things that you might want to know just to make it a little easier on you trying to accomplish stuff. Those will be in future videos. I'm probably going to call the ship and do one more series of bombing runs. Call the video done. I appreciate anybody that checked in and watched. Anybody that sees the video later, I appreciate it. Views. If you like what you saw, you'd like to check it out again, you can always like, subscribe, and comment. It's all good for the algorithm. Doesn't make me a dime, guys. I'm not monetized. Never will be. Not trying to be. The only monetization I'll ever do will maybe be merch. That's a long ways off in the future. So, by all means, join the channel. I do have a personal Discord for the channel. Anybody wants to get in, try and play some games, hang out, maybe join up, do some stuff on stream. Hit me up on the channel in the comments. Maybe we can get together and play some. Always more fun in a group. I like to teach new players. I do not mind helping people learn their way around the verse. I've done it with quite a few people. I do that because that's how I was taught to play. I had some very good friends when I first met that I met through Star Citizen that taught me a lot of the things about the game and tactics and dogfighting. There's so much to this game that you can learn. You can get really, really in depth into it. Doesn't punish you to be just a casual though. We love filthy casuals too. I basically am one. Even though I like to stream, I am filthy casual.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system.
Alright, we got ship again, guys.
The vehicle has been deliberately exhibited again.
Let's go grab it. Go hit there again. See if we can't go for target number 5 today. I will attempt to one bomb this one out and see if I can beat my personal best by a large amount this time. Personal best being 4 in a row. Without blowing myself to Kingdom Come or getting shot down. We will see what happens. Had a very successful stream so far. Actually, didn't make a whole lot of money. Just a $250,000 so far, but it sure was a glorious $250,000 making it this way. There are less fun, harder ways to make a $250,000, I can tell you right now. And I got to tell you, if it paid a $250,000 a drop just to go ahead and hit 5 targets, and in real life, I'd be smoking Camels somewhere right now too. All I'm gonna say on the subject.
A journey worth taking. Systems on.
I like all of the parts of ship combat, but I got to tell you, now that I've tried the bombing, there's a special place in my heart for bombers. Oh man, I'm having so much fun doing this. There are far worse things to be doing than to be bombing random fuel supply targets with an A1. straight back to Jackson Swamp again. And I've been shot down 3 times at Jackson Swamp so far, guys. So this could be the dangerous one here. Each time I go here. Because it has been notoriously bad getting blown out of there. I think I got a bogey here trying to take me out. Yeah. Oh, yep, he hit radar on me. He locked me right as I jumped. He was looking for an easy, big, fat target. He thought I was a fucking cargo ship. Surprise, surprise. Now, guys, my personal best taking out targets on the ground is 4. But the other night, I was in a dogfight ship with 3 other ships, and I lured them all to the ground and dropped a bomb right behind me and blew me and all 3 of the other ships to the Kingdom Come in one shot. Yeah, technically it was a suicide bomb mission, but I took out all 3 of the enemies that were trying to get me, which was totally priceless in my book and worth it. Wish I'd been streaming that one. I wish I'd had that on record or something. Anything. I will be attempting that again if I ever get chased down by that many targets. After I hit my target, they're all going to a bomb from behind at high speed. If I can get them to chase me low, I am going to see if I can pull that one off. That one's going to be funny. Totally priceless if it works.
Shields on. Shields on. Quantum travel complete.
Now, I got to admit, I don't know if I'm doing this particularly right. I'm just doing this the way I think I should be doing it. Now, if there are any bomber experts out there, mad bombers that are better than me, or know any, or you just some guy that knows a few tricks, by all means, leave them in the comments. I like to learn. If you found any other wild things you can do with a bomber, odd things that you wouldn't actually consider doing in the game, but you tried it and it actually worked, I'd like to hear that stuff too. The one thing I have found about this game, and the one thing I like about it the most, is the fact that you can use an ingenious idea to get around what you're doing and make things easier, harder, or far more interesting. I like to hear those people that come up with a new way to do things. Not so I can emulate, just so I can laugh with. If you do have any really good tactics though, and you don't mind and you leave them in the comments, I might just showcase a couple of them on the channel. Any of them I deem actually very, very useful and should be passed on. We'll make into a future video. Now, I'd also like to say at this point that this isn't my normal type of videos. This is just something I've taken to doing here recently since I bought the A1. I wanted to try something out. I was trying a few new things, different things to do with the bomber. I was really looking for something to do on stream if I could, and showcase it. I think this works fairly well. And this is a good showcase of what this little ship can do, what its true purpose is, and what it's useful for. Now, the next video I do is probably going to be showcasing a different use for it, a different style of use for it. A way to make it a little bit easier on you guys that are doing the ground missions, if you want to try it. Stay tuned to the next video for the next tactic. Alright. Oh yeah, we're going down. Coming into the target. Splash one. Push target down. One bomb. See if we got another target in the area somewhere close, so we can just jump to it. We'll just keep on going. Let's see, come on, baby. Yes. Fuel supply right there. It looks like Sunset Mesa. That's close. That's close, and we're going for another one. Yeah, thought so. We're only 40k out, 30k out. And we're we got ships in the vicinity. We might have a fighter cover over this one. We'll find out when we get close. I like this as a change dogfighting because it's got some lulls in it. You can kind of hang out and relax and enjoy yourself. This would be a good type of mission to sit back, drink an Irish coffee with, have a cigar, and just do your missions one after the other. Take a little time, relax, and get your excitement in little bursts. Uh-oh. Looks like I got more than one target here. Might have multiple targets on the ground. This might take a couple of sweeps to get if I don't get the first bomb right. And I'm pretty sure that's a player. That's what happened last time. I had a real player over the target. I got my target off, but he shot me down with a missile and a good burst. He still wasn't quick enough to keep me from getting my target, though, so if he's a Citizens for Prosperity player, he lost, or he didn't succeed in his mission. Because I still took out my target. Which is, I assume, what he's trying to do is keep people from hitting his target. He's here to make money that way. Looks like a Polaris, though. That's a big ship. Holy crap. Alright. Well, we'll try and get this done and then run. He just missed me from the ground right there if he wants to. I'm that close right now. This is how I died a couple of times already by one of those things on the ground. I believe.
Attack on shields. Attack on shields. Shields off.
Here you go, Rocinante. Can you catch me? Are you gonna catch me and blow me up in time? Don't think so.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Tricky dick, ain't I?
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Back to where I was at and what I was doing again. Not letting him mess with me. That's the difference between having a little fast ship, thinking you know what you're doing, and knowing what you're doing. Right there. If he'd really known what he was doing, he might have hit me at the right point. Like, get me. Wait until he did. It's far too late. His mistake. Yeah, heading to Yang's place now. Not sure if that's... Yeah, that is on this planet too, ain't it? Yep, it is. That's right. Over here by itself, a long ways from where I was. That would suit me just fine.
Quantum travel engaged.
Alright. Had a little contested zone there and still got my attack off. Let's see if we can get another one done here. Same way. I'm gonna bet I'm gonna start catching contested areas though now, because it's just getting that busy tonight. There's that many of us out here in the universe right now. There's a bunch of us here. Most people aren't doing what I'm doing, though. Or if they are, they're not doing it my way. I don't think. I'd like to know. If you've seen anybody else doing this in game, anybody that watches this, leave a notification in chat that you've seen this done before. In Pyro, on these missions.
Contact.
We're in trouble now. Save my boost until he comes in. The minute they start trying to turn towards me, I'm gonna boost past them. Try and get to the target. There's 3 of them this time, it looks like. 2 of them for sure. One of them called Meathead Militia. I'm pretty sure that's an actual real player. So I've got real player and AIs over this AO. We're gonna try and just bust it real quick and head out. close that time again. Coming in too steep of an angle, didn't pull out hard enough. That's what she said. Yeah. Damn! You got blown the fuck up. I'm my worst enemy. Yeah. You know, I did say I was going to try and stream for about an hour. I was going to showcase the use of the ship. I think that did that just fine. I showed how to use it properly and improperly. Everybody, make sure you drop those bombs at a high enough altitude. Oh man. Here. Oh, there's another ship. Everybody's just scattering their shit everywhere. I ain't figured out to take their time on the inventory so it doesn't just spam out.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system.
Eventually they'll figure it out.
Claim has been sent. Please visit us again.
One of the other things most people don't realize on this game is that because of the net code on it, the way it works, it logs keystrokes. So if the game's lagged hard enough and you want to spam keystrokes, well, you can pretty well lock up your controls for 5-10 minutes if you do it. You don't want to do that. When you do that, it causes problems like the inventory thing where it throws your inventory everywhere. And all sorts of other problems. Not good.
Welcome to the ASOS vehicle retrieval system.
Let's take something different out. Ah, hell. Don't even have it. Okay. I don't have. Yeah, it's at Starlight. Forgot. I'm gonna go out there and use this one. I'm gonna switch gears anyways at this point. Sitting here in front of the little Lamborghini, getting ready to go out and do a few bounties. This has been Major Fry, the Mad Bomber. I'm out. Peace and love, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, show me some love. Give me a subscribe and like. Come back for more content. I will be releasing some more tutorials on how to stay safe in Pyro. Stay tuned. Major Fry out.